just start recording everything we say.
Make it so.
And as just a marker on what this video is about, working on this Indian mafia boss, the daughter. I think Don is the word, right? D-O-N. Do you think they use that term there? Or something
Don?
equivalent? Yeah.
Don is some other shit. I don't know, I'm not... Hey man, just because I'm white doesn't mean I understand all these things that I'm doing. You're white, you know all this white people shit. Come on, tell me about the Italians, come on.
Demonetized.
Let's see. Yeah, just say gangster. Indian gangster. Yeah, if you want
Gangster
to
daughter. Indian
you
gangster.
gotta be specific, God forbid.
Gangster boss.
Put a no, a zero for the O. Balls.
Balls.
Work with me. Right, well, fix up the composition. This should be mathematically perfect. There. This should do it. Everything has to fit within this, and then it's good to go. Even the blood spatter is correctly positioned in the middle of one of the squares. I'm gonna turn on the live stream in a second. Hold on.
Oh, you got the notification?
No, just it has to get up to also turn on the air conditioner, and I launched the mixer while I was doing that. So.
Cool.
Okay.
You said Mixer was just easier to get to than Twitch on your system?
Yeah, it's the one that's if you want to stream, that's the one that the console officially recommends. It used to recommend Twitch, and then they switched it to Mixer at some point.
Yep.
I don't think I have the Twitch app installed or something. I don't know. Yeah, so Microsoft prioritizes Mixer.
Makes sense. It's their native
What's the
program.
user? What is your user?
Yanomeko?
Okay, you didn't do anything different. Oh, how unoriginal.
I know, right? I blame capitalism.
I have to watch your stream. Why is it? I already have a Mixer account. Why is it acting weird? Link your Mixer profile. Nigga, I was already linked. What the Now, about Mixer being good. I don't for some reason. Okay, that's funny. So what if I start streaming? Am I no longer connected? What the fuck gives? Okay, I don't know what's happening. This is new. It's definitely being streamed. I'm having trouble logging you in. How about that Ligma? We're still having trouble. What?
I'm losing my patience.
I'm losing my patience. This is fucking autistic. This is working perfectly fine a week ago.
Well, I did just start pronouncing it as new. A week ago.
Yeah, but my account is already linked. Why is it doing all this? Like, technically, if I wanted to broadcast right now, it should be no different. I don't see how purging Xbox people or making these major changes would be any use to them at all. I don't get it.
Ninja.
I mean, they're not changing much, dude. Still the same. I've been using Mixer. This is weird. I'm telling you. This is bad.
Let's try make her less interesting.
Okay.
More interesting.
Time to troubleshoot. Mixer. Sign in Xbox One. Oh. It appears that I have to link my Mixer. Maybe. I don't know.
There must be a new infrastructure that they introduced.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Probably the case. What's new? Okay, whatever. Good. Good for you, man. Come on. Good. Profile. Okay. We'll test my patience. So it says sign in with Microsoft account, and I'm pressing it. It just like spins the loading icon and then fucks off basically. Okay, the service is clearly fucking broken currently.
Yeah, I'm having some problems with just
I mean, you've signed in. That's the difference.
well, I started. Yeah, I signed in with my Microsoft account, but it was like probably for the first time. So
Yeah, I'm trying to sign into mine. Fucking horseshit. I gotta remember my passwords and shit. Fuck. I have to reinstall the app and see what'll happen from there. Maybe if I just do all the setting up process on my phone, set up on my Xbox. It's too much work using my Xbox to link. Let's see. Well, you know, better now than later. Get all this bullshit out of the way. I was literally logged in the other day, like when I was looking for your account the other day. That was not an issue.
when it comes to art, Picardo's the shit. So.
Okay, now for the authenticator app. Damn it. So many steps. Ugh. I wonder if I have recovery codes in case I lose my authenticator. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta somehow get the authenticator backup codes on me. Okay, there it is. Clearly, the services are straight up broken. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's not letting me.
I need to update my shit. Come on, man. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the fuck is my stream? Picardo, come on. Do you have Picardo on your devices?
Yeah, but I want to get Mixer running. It could load it on either the Chrome or it could load it as an app. The app's kind of annoying, so I deal with Chrome. I don't feel the need to like log in to Picardo, so that's an extra factor.
No, totally understandable.
Yeah. Okay, let me try quitting the Mixer app. What the Call the Microsoft Indian tech support. I don't understand. Is Mixer like broken right now? I don't know. Aha! Aha! See? Some of the options says Mixer status. It says sign in and purchase issues. Our partners have identified an issue that may prevent users from accessing parts of Mixer. Impacted areas include sign in, new user registration, purchase functionality on some platforms. So Mixer API partial outage, Mixer web experience partial outage, Mixer Xbox app partial outage, skills partial outage, and everything else is running. So you slip through the grid. You slip through the grid. Yeah. So okay. This worries me less. Now I have to
just wait.
Fucking delete all my cookies before I get fucking fished. Sign in and shit. Okay. What a pain in the ass. I don't want to have to do all this. I just wanted to sign in. That's all I wanted. Well, that's a relief. Because then, it likely means my credentials are okay. I'll be able to my Xbox will automatically just sync up the credentials. So, look at this. It says level cast currently offline. Mixer matchups currently offline. What's all this? Something.
Can you see this?
No, hold on. No, I can see. I've already seen your stream. It's functioning.
Functioning. Okay.
Well, yeah, I just can't log in. I'm gonna find it again.
Gotcha. That would explain to one viewer. Because I didn't see
I'm
a
about
name.
to relaunch it. No, I'm about to relaunch it. I'm actually not viewing currently. So check if you're getting 2. Yeah, no, 2 views. Wait, no, this is 1 watching, 2 views. Oh, Mixer's fucked right now. That's what. I stopped watching it for a bit as I was trying to log in. And I don't have you loaded on any other application.
Right.
You're currently loaded on Xbox. Right now I'm watching.
Rip.
Oh. Anyways, if I'm gonna go all out on a masterpiece, I ought to do it for like an Akira kind of parody poster, you know.
Yeah.
Composition's already there. It's a given. Where the fuck is Dango? Your account has 3 views. Congratulations.
Thank you. What a great beginning.
Yeah, so I'm currently thinking whether I really want that movie poster aspect ratio, because it does give a distinctly different feel. The square poster makes everything very wide,
Yeah.
so you can get a look at that bike, you know. But stretching that upwards gives everything a lot of vertical space. It just feels completely different. Hey dude, I could give you a bunch of views just by leaving and entering your stream.
With Mixer broken? Probably.
No, let me increase your hype. Hold on, let me.
What I was trying to do is see if it was in the art
views.
section or something. Like I can't tell. I couldn't figure out how to do it. All I got is no game selected. Maybe that's what it was. You're supposed to select the game called art. Alright, let me...
You play the game, Yano? You play that game? You here to play that game, huh? God damn it. Shit, well, I don't know what to do. I mean...
Wait.
I don't want to destroy this picture. I guess I'll just paint over the stretched version.
I hate that that's how it is with some of these like stream stuff. Like obviously art and creativity is like a thing that should just be together. It shouldn't even be separate categories. But whatever. I got it art now. Streaming art. Teen rated stream here. I got it art now. Streaming art. Teen rated stream here. Looks like it's working. It updated. Awesome. this. Not wrong. I don't know. Just worry about it. Where am I going with the rest of this character? a little bit more. What do you think where I'm going with this? Let's try and good though. Let's try and turn this off. Yeah, it has its merits being done this way. Let's see. Yeah, there's the viewer. Welcome here. Thanks for coming. First time on Mixer. This is I think the first person who is somebody I don't know. So that's very nice. Feel free to comment though. Anything you want. I will make sure to take a look. First, of course. You got it, Sylvia Beresy. You got it first. First blood. But like, first in the way that like you already knew. You knew way in advance. Stop taking all my firsts. Jeez. Let's just treat this as a sketch for now. What was I thinking with these crazy shoes?
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you look at your chat for a second?
Oh, I saw it.
Did you see the motorcycle slide?
Yeah.
You saw the whole animation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It wasn't 60k in vain.
High level though.
Get on my level.
9. Just a little measly level 9. You just like let yourself continue viewing some rando.
Give me some first aid.
Heals here.
I'm now down to 171,000. Christ. Why haven't I leveled up? I'm like level 30 in my French chat. Want to show everyone Goof boss, you know, give myself a sense of self-worth. Yeah, I'm the level 300 in this chat. You already know. Oh yeah, let me follow you. I'm your first follower.
Yay. Get on all my other streams.
Oh, technically, I could also co-host while playing a video game. I could pull in all your video gamers also watching your stream as a consequence.
That's true.
Double the power. Let me see. You wanna run an experiment or?
Sure.
Or no?
I'm just starting.
Just to launch a co-host and see what happens.
Okay. I can do that on Picardo too.
Hosting allows you to support other broadcasters by featuring a streamer's broadcast on your channel. Are you sure you want to host? Oh, okay, that's different. Let's do it. Not like it's worth anything, but yeah.
So basically, there's like multiple channels to see the same thing from.
Basically. So yeah. Be sure to do a bunch of degenerate content. Don't do it. You've been warned.
I had some like rando streamer in here at one point.
Second thought, let me unhost.
I think I scared the rando away with my terrible art. It's okay. I'll make it
You have 4 watchers. Oh my goodness. You are climbing up the ranks.
Am I really?
Keep showing them the shorts. Keep the camera on the shorts. The short.
The shorts? There's no shorts.
It is now. That's gonna change into a bunch of shorts.
Oh no. This isn't what I signed up for.
This is what you signed up for. You asked for this. I'm glad I can't fucking co-host. Let me see if I can co-host.
Yeah, I'm not it's all very new to me.
Yeah, it lets me co-stream with a friend on Xbox, but I wonder if I can co-stream. You have 5 viewers. You're fucking pulling people in. Oh my goodness. No, never mind. Down to 4.
Oh, you scared them away again.
Nah, bro, it's your bad art.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
You're right all along.
I really need to figure out her outfit a bit more. So, struggling to get somewhere with it.
What are you looking for?
Just need to think about it a little bit more. My sketch is a little too basic.
Fabric type, accessories, unique belt situations. Like, what do you like? You know, there's so many attributes to clothes.
Yeah, well,
you just gotta pick one you want to tackle.
She's just gonna be developed over time. That's all. I mean, I'm trying to like take from the goddess Kali, but I'm not trying to like completely rip off the goddess Kali. Like, I gotta get some of that boss mafia element in.
What if you texture her pants with a very light, Indian embellishment? I mean, I guess that's on the paint stage. But,
no, yeah, yeah, that's more on like on the sort of like embedded later.
Yeah, mine working that shit would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Unless you're Lego Man.
Unless I'm Lego Man.
We don't talk about that guy on Mixer. Don't. Good lord. You're gonna get
Lego Man again.
Yeah, I forgot. Who is he? God damn it.
need to decide on is how much of this is going to be worked on as a like line work, and how much of it's going to be some other type of work, like coloring and stuff. I'm just having fun doing line work.
You could just give it a flat. I mean, how early do you jump into flats, for that matter?
You jump into flats when your line work is good. You don't think about that.
Right, yeah. I've developed some strange methods.
Well, you can do it out of, like, just exploration.
Oh, like, go back and forth.
Yeah, like, just as a kind of, hey, let me just see how this feels. And I might as well, just for fun. Just go ahead and see how that works out.
Because then you'll figure out what exactly you would want to line in terms of, like, additional shit. Like, your base sketch is ready. It's now just about cleaning it, and, you know. Texture gets weird once you start painting it, because then you think, okay, well, how much of this painted texture is lines and how much it is, I guess. Depends on the occlusion. But...
Oh, I do need to figure out her color.
Right. Honestly, like, for instance, what if you wanted to put, like, neon accents on her jacket? You know what I mean? Like, then you'd have to figure out the line for it. But what if you want to paint it to test it? You know, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
The darkness. The darkness. Very dark.
She's basically Mega Man.
Go back.
Basically Mega Man.
No, that's some Proto Man shit, no? That's Proto Man, dude.
Or Zero or something, I don't know.
Yeah, some shit. Probably. Damn, I don't know which Mega Man you were referring to. Maybe. I think so. I'm unfamiliar with the Zero franchise.
No, Zero has a blue one too. I actually think Mega Man has the red one, so yeah, I'm more right.
They all have, like, fucking mind gems.
Gotta be careful to multiply.
Don't do it differently.
Do I have a color history? Yes, I do. Wait, which one switch? I mean, I get that much. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Let's keep that around.
What'd you say? Keep that around? That's gross.
Keep that around.
Yikes.
Nah. What's up, guys?
Boy. What's up,
What's up, man?
You at work?
Oh, I'm working. I'm on delivery. I'm about to make $60 in 5 minutes.
There you go. You got a sketch and Akira poster of yourself walking towards a bunch of delivery bags.
Yeah, that was a good idea, actually.
It'll just be perfect.
So what are we talking about today? What's happening?
Not much.
Just streaming.
Oh, you're streaming?
Yep.
What, are you using regular stuff right now?
I'm using Restream to do everything, but yeah.
Hey, did you ever end up checking out Mixer?
Yeah, I'm running it.
It's on it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, the whole point of that wasn't even because it's good or bad or whatever. It was just, hey, if Ninja's going to it, it's gonna get big.
He pulled. I mean, Mixer. The population is really low. Like when Ninja's on, it suddenly skyrockets by 20,000, and normally it's 10.
Right.
He literally jumps 20,000 out of a platform that has 30 at maximum. You know, Jesus fucking Christ.
Absolutely. No, that's good though, because
He ain't playing.
You know, if it's gonna grow like that, then obviously everything else
Yeah.
will grow. And right now,
Right
since
now-
there's only like 10 art channels, man.
Yeah, right now it's a hot fire. Right now it's just like it's prime time to do a stream currently.
Yeah, so you know, I need to get on that too.
I need a fucking laptop, man. I can't use this one. It'll explode. It'll explode. You don't
Have you
want
tried?
explosion.
Have you tried water cooling?
Hey, hold on, let me get my water. Laptop,
water
prepare
bottle.
yourself for water cooling.
Dump it in a freaking pool or something. It'll be
Fuck.
fine.
Have you tried soda cooling? Laptop?
Seltzer.
Have you tried seltzer cooling your laptop?
Have you tried putting your foot through it? That usually makes it work better.
Ah, foot cooling. Yes, the most degenerate of all cooling.
Oh my god.
right next to
seriously,
jizz cooling. Jizz cooling.
You know, I don't know why. Oh no, I know why I bought it. So I ended up upgrading my system finally after like years. I told David about this earlier, but I got the fucking Surface 6 now. I ended up being able to trade up for it, which you know made it cheap. And also they had a big discount, and also I could get it for like a monthly payment. So the stores just kind of aligned, and I was like, oh hell. I'm sad though, because I haven't been able to use it more than an hour in the last week.
Can you stream on your Surface?
I should be able to, yeah.
Fuck, I can't do that. Damn it. Wish there was an ability to stream on my tablet.
Now that isn't to say that it would function better.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's gonna get
my
hot.
my tablet would just explode.
I think
Well-
it was able to do it before, but it would basically, like you said, explode. It would probably run it now, like, competently, but I don't feel as if it's a good use of resources. So I'd probably still use the whole, what's it called? NSI connection output? You know what I'm talking about? Connect it to your PC.
Yeah, then you stream it from your PC. Yeah, it's like a capture card in a sense.
Yeah, so I would basically still do that process because it's just
No, that makes
it's
sense.
your resources better.
No, yeah, absolutely. Because tablets are already they already struggle with painting and shit. And you don't want brush lag. It's just there's no
Oh my
fucking
God.
brush lag.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, I was using the 4, right? The old 4, not the 4. I was getting input lag like you wouldn't believe, but it was so consistent it didn't matter, right? So I could just deal with it. This one's got like a microsecond of lag versus the other one. So now it's fast and I'm trying to acclimate myself to drawing like a normal person again.
Mm.
Because just because it's like fucking different now, right? And so I actually had to put the fucking stabilizers on in my programs up to like 60, just so that it would slow its ass down, so that I could draw decent lines.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a pain.
I mean, it's better than the opposite. At least I have the option.
Yeah. Well, you got to get the work done regardless.
Hold on, I'm gonna go deliver this food. I'll be right back. Gotta make money. I'm poor now. Spent.
God damn it. Oh. Shit. There's gotta be a way to do this. Oh yeah, no. At this point, I literally have to do the Scott Robertson method to make sure that bike looks accurate. Scott Robertson approach. It's so overkill though. I usually avoid doing Scott Robertson shit. Alright, let me get the book. I love this book to death though. The Scott Robertson How to Draw.
Yeah.
Oh dude. If you haven't seen that book, you gotta see it. It's fucking... It's amazing. That's my only regret.
Is there like any problem posting links on these chats?
posting a link.
Yeah, posting links.
Post on general chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Try it. I'm on Xbox, so I don't know what those links do. If anyone puts hyperlinks.
I always wondered about that.
I posted 2 ads.
Thousands of ads descend upon them. Block out the stream.
What?
I said thousands of ads to block out your stream. Blotch out the stream. Yeah, I'm making a dumb 300 reference.
I get it. Took me a second, but I get it.
Yeah.
So which one are you? Buff, short dudes, or are you the tall, lanky ass brown guys?
Where did that come from?
When I think of 300, I think of the parody.
Oh yeah.
Meet the, you know, you got the Persian with the nipple clamp. Yes. I'm pretty sure the guy that played that guy with the nipple clamps is the same one from Borat. Pretty sure.
I don't know. Maybe.
You never watched Meet the Spartans?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god. You gotta watch Meet the Spartans, man.
Hey, I hate to jump in and out of the conversation. Lick, did my question this morning make any sense? Did I need to
No.
rephrase?
No, I was unclear, so I posted a bunch of, you know, I was just basically playing battleships, you know, and guessing which one would hit.
Well,
What you
I
need?
mean, you were good. I did
What
figure
what
out...
was the question? Say it again.
Okay, so I kind of figured it out, but not scientifically, more like process of elimination. Basically, your... was it... fuck, I'm forgetting. Your adductors, your little side stringy muscles that shape the inner thigh, basically.
What are you trying to do with the post? That's the question. When it comes to tendons of the crotch, you need to answer, what the hell is the character doing?
Right, so what I'm trying
Not even even.
scientifically figure out is compared to where the origin points of those tendons are, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the vaginal and just genital box lays on top of them,
I
right?
have a better idea. Just give me a pose, and then I'll try and interpret the muscles for you and give it back. You have a
Okay,
clear image.
it's not a muscle thing. You could do the muscles and it's fine.
It's a tendon thing.
No,
Be
it's
careful
a
with the
flesh.
tendon.
It's a flesh thing.
People do that.
Oh god. All right, just give me the poses. All right.
Okay, where do the genitals connect? It isn't a muscle. It's flesh. It's like where
that?
where
I don't know what
does that?
specifically you're asking for. So just give me the pose, and I'll try and connect it correctly, and then go from there. It's kind of hard to explain. It's not something you can.
I am driving right now. I will do one real quick when I park, but
Not while.
but as best as I can describe, you have all the muscles and ligaments and stuff, right? And then you have what Doxy tutorial basically calls the
That's
pussy
not
box.
enough. It's not enough. It's good, but it's
Not
not enough. Not enough.
It's a rough placement, right?
You do the box, the Vagu box.
Right, it's a placement tool, but I was trying to figure out where exactly connection point for that mound of flesh is on the bones. And I believe it connects at the pelvic floor, but like the lower part of that.
I'm thinking under the pubic symphalis, and it goes from your pubic symphalis to your minor trochanter area.
I mean, just imagine a jockstrap, I guess.
Well, you know the shape of the what you call it, the femur.
Yeah.
you find the minor trochanter, and you'd imagine that the muscles go from the middle of the vagu, from the symphalis, somewhere in the interior of that whole deal, over to your minor trochanter, and that would show us that.
My sketch had some
So
good ideas.
the somewhere part, that's what I want to
Somewhere
figure
in the
out.
somewhere part. That's what I'm saying. Draw, and I'll try and show you. It happens, dude. That shit moves everywhere, man. It depends on what you're doing with the leg.
Yeah,
It also
muscle flexing can
understanding.
affect
It's all
it.
over the fucking place, you know.
For context, the reason that I'm researching this specifically is because
You
I
don't
was
need to
curious.
explain. We understand.
Now, so remember how come I was studying what makes a good butt, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, my follow-up question to that was, what causes thigh gap?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does cause
So
it?
I've been trying to answer that question myself. I'm pretty sure it's the fact that the pelvis is wide. Okay, I can answer that. I have an idea how to answer that.
I'm pretty close.
Hypothesis.
But I'm pretty close, but I think it has a little bit to do with how it's not really a thin. It's more like how, like, you can't really have a thin vagina.
No.
You can have like a slightly less.
This question is so complicated. It needs to be drawn. There is.
I will draw it. Give me a minute. Let me deliver this second delivery.
Needs a medical representation.
Let me
Exactly.
ask this plastic surgeon.
He's gonna drive, get in an accident, and then when the paramedics show up, they find a phone, and it's like a half-finished drawing of like a vagina.
All right, I'll be right back. Hold on.
That'll be on your tombstone too. Imagine that just on his tombstone. Realize bingo. He drew vagina.
I can't tell if my other streams are doing anything at all.
There you go, asking the important questions.
Yeah.
Muy importante.
I want to get up for a minute, stretch.
You have one viewer, and it's me.
It happens. People jump around, look at stuff, maybe follow. I got one follow. That's pretty cool.
Did you say that it goes back to one? Pepperoni.
Howdy, stranger.
Right. I just finished stuff. Get good. Post it. People find out what it is and follow it. I don't intend people to follow bad art. Just get better. That's all there is supposed to be to it.
I'm drawing a bike from a very specific angle, and I'm not just free sketching, and now it's hard. Yeah, I have no problem drawing bikes, sure, if I freehand it. Now it's time for a very specific angle. I cannot do. Why can I not do? My life's over.
Yeah, I think stuff about my line work needs to be redone. I'll go ahead and make a new layer and hide this one.
We're so,
Just crazy. What about you?
So line work is just like that? You just need to do 100 attempts? Or you just accept the imperfections?
No. You continue to do attempts.
I've done 1,000 layers. 1,000 attempts of the same thing.
Blotch out the sun.
I really don't get that reference. I'm sorry.
It's the 300 reference with the arrows coming down.
The sad part is I watch Meet the Spartans, but not the actual.
Oh my god, get out of here.
Oh no! I'm fine. Sure? Friend?
I'll be right back.
Oh, man.
This is fucking hilarious.
What? Hey, what's the matter?
That's what's up. That's great.
Those other... Yeah, just... Smoke me? You forget about I'm driving.
By the way, I feel bad. I never asked you how your love life is going.
No. As you know, that was a done deal long ago.
So...
Hmm?
I believe they could...
You're cutting out.
I'm mumbling. It's not even cutting out. It's just mumbling.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to put red as just a couple of anchor points that I think they are.
Yeah. Just draw like a, just a hashed out pose. Incomplete, but hashed out.
Say orange is what I believe is box. We're gonna call it the box, but
Mm.
What's in the box?
and blue is the clitoris. It's an important landmark. I'm not just doing it to do it. That's alright. Well, that was lovely. So.
So I'm trying to figure out how to draw a bike doing a drift from this specific angle, and it's really difficult because there's probably some elements going on when you draw like that. You know, like the handles have to be turned. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I asked for this.
Good. If it ain't hard, it ain't worth it. Yeah, complaints feel worse.
More snake.
It's like the fucking Witcher trials.
Give me more.
Why are we still here?
Did you see that video I sent you, by the way?
I may have. What a memory. Fucking short term.
The Pokemon one.
Oh yeah, that what, the one with the Rule 34? I've seen some. I've seen it. Very, very degenerate.
Oh god, it was. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, and I'm like reading the comments and people are just like, you know, YouTube demonetizes, but they put this in my recommendations.
I know, right? That's the same thing. I'm like, how the hell?
I was grinding my teeth reading that.
Surprise!
I think when you start streaming on Mixer, it gives you a temporary hype boost. You know, like puts you on the front page or some shit. And once those few viewers leave, you're fucked. There you go. There's your fucking 2 minutes of fame.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't give a crap. When you got good art that they're looking at, eventually they'll stay. I got to get this farther.
Until then,
Till then, those that actually appreciate a good process and watching a process thing.
Yeah.
And that's fucking opinionated.
People
like, who
are
knows if
watching
this is
those
even a good
sped up
process.
videos. Yeah, I was saying people are used to watching those sped up videos, where it's like ×5 speed. The drawing instantly appears.
Oh, I've been good. How are you?
Okay.
Did you torrent it? You stole it.
Do people just walk into your house?
No, my brother is here.
Which one? Is it Jorge?
Ernesto.
Ernesto! It's Ernesto!
Yeah, he's been living here for at least a couple weeks now.
Oh yeah?
Maybe 2. Coming to 2.
Oh, okay, let me save my current sketch. Distractions.
He just torrented blood. He just torrented Bloodstained. I mean, any wire that connects to the PS4 should work. Just get good with the keyboard.
Alright. New file. Let's see what you've made. Let's see what you've done. Let's see the damage.
What are we talking about?
I was expecting like a squatting pose or like a leg spread pose.
Nope, just a diagram.
That's not it. Like, you gotta practice it in other angles. I'm telling you.
What the hell are we talking about?
The anatomy, man. The Vagu.
I don't see anything though.
The Vagu.
Where is
Did he
this?
PM it?
Did you DM?
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh.
You need to draw the Vagu. in different angle. Yeah, that's not enough.
Isn't that
I mean-
like center bone, the pelvic bone, like really freaking close to each end of it? It's basically squeezed against each other.
This fucked me over.
Now,
I'm not, guys. I'm not even sure. I'm gonna speculate.
okay,
I'm just
so
gonna
for
tell you
male,
what I do.
for a male, those two hooks, they're close together. They spread out like not so much. Like I think the angle is like 30 degrees. But for a female, it's wider. It's like 60, 70 degrees. Or like, yeah. Women, that's why like push together more.
Yes.
I wish I yes.
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 Sorry, you're becoming a robot there.
I said I wish I could speak Optimus.
I will be back. Just think about it.
Just think about it. Yes.
Yes. Yep. Just a yup.
Yep.
You're.
I think what I gotta do is reposition this thing with my awesome loop tool.
You fucking cheater! You fucking cheater!
Me and every
Cheater!
other guy in the industry.
Why are you cheating? Cheater! Every time I use a loop tool, I do, I consider the whole drawing a failure.
We failed. We'll get him next time.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
I know what's wrong with this picture.
Everything since you used the loop tool.
That's right. I've already ruined it.
Ruined it all, man.
I'm so glad the freaking Clip Studio has the mesh tool. I'd be so freaking angry.
I'm sitting here drawing pelvises instead of legs.
I gave her the biggest fucking head in the world. That's what was wrong with her. She was some sort of fucking brats or something. There, she looks a lot cooler now with her head not being a fucking, not being a giant fucking watermelon. Freaking cone head.
You gotta start over. That's how art works. You start completely over.
Which controller are you using? Which one is that? Oh, yours? No, you gotta get the DS4 program. There's a program that helps. What? It's easy. It's like an official website. It's really easy to download. It's its own... Okay. Alright, well, whatever. Best of luck with that torrented game. Huh? I don't know. Probably one of those boxes. Those chests. I don't know. I'm gonna have a hard time finding it. Oh, yeah, I don't know where that controller is. Sorry. So I don't know where that controller is right now.
Yeah, I only know half the anatomy of the leg. There's some muscles there that I'm like, I know they're there. But it's okay. Just ignore those.
I'm gonna be dealing with that eventually. Destroying this character development here.
I thought I understood it, that I could grasp it, but I
Or at least
didn't.
this character
Not
model.
really. Only the smudgeness of it. The pink slippered or contained semi-precious eagerness of it.
Yeah, I like her eyes this way better.
I didn't realize it would sometimes
Weird.
feel more than whole, but the wholeness was a
Let's
rather
try
luxurious
changing the
idea,
difference.
because it's the halves that halve you in half. Don't know
It wasn't
about the
bad,
images
but
things. The gory bits of you,
Felt
the
more
gleaming bits of me.
that throws my coloring job completely off. Whatever. That was just a test, anyways.
That was a fail. Just has some shoes and worms. Indian Proto Man. .exe. Proto what?
Change this part so it's more accurately proportioned to the neck. I really need to figure out this collarbone.
I can't believe it. It plays perfect. I cannot believe my computer can support it.
And yet the Switch cannot. I think that's just due to bad optimization. Ports always suck.
I'm back. It's just
Hey, welcome back.
Still working on the thing, Dingle. Trying to be as fast as possible.
Controller's still not working for you? Oh, you got the Xbox controller? check the room you're in, because there's some like electronics there that we leave. Morchin.
Hello?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, there it is. I have another question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can a vagina be long?
Yeah.
Mm,
There's different lengths.
we really should be
There
more
are different.
descriptive.
Okay. So like a Victoria's Secret model, right? You know,
Right.
Everything just looks like it's super compacted together, right?
Yeah.
It probably depends on the pelvis.
Well, I'm curious because I know a lot of it is the pelvis, but specifically just like I don't know. You've never seen like a bony vagina?
Mm,
You
I mean-
one that has just no fat deposits?
yeah, it's all
Yes.
about fat. It's all about fat. How much fat deposit there is.
So my follow-up was, can it be long?
You
If
mean-
the fat
you mean
deposit
from
is
the
hanging,
clitoris to the vaginal opening?
yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. Is it the fat we're talking about in the front, or like
No,
the
he's
vaginal?
talking about the length of what you would paint as pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, long as in like following the form of the body, or long as in hanging down.
Hanging down.
Okay.
Oh, hanging down. That's a fat thing then.
Yeah, that's a fat thing.
That's
So
a
if
fat.
it's longer, it's skin and fat.
Yeah. Like,
Okay. So
Yeah.
where does that connect?
Fallacy.
where does the lips begin?
The lips, wherever you want them to begin, man.
That's not an answer. That's not a real answer.
You figure it out. It's
No.
your
When
personal
they meet
preference,
my
man.
lips.
You could have some thick vagina lips, dude.
Why is it
You
so
could
hard
have
to
you
find
hang
a
like a
fucking-
sleeve of a wizard, man.
Oh
I don't
my God.
like.
I found a freaking penis diagram that shows your balls scooping bullshit, but I can't find a fucking vagina
Well, that's
diagram.
because society is very infatuated with penises and doesn't like displaying pictures of vaginas enough for people to know what the fuck is up.
yeah, people are still wondering what.
Vaginas, oh, magic.
Magic.
It's annoying. Seriously, it's annoying because if you look at
Have fun.
penis,
Not even
you know
doctors know what's going on.
You know
Yeah.
those two ridges at the bottom of your pelvis, right?
Yeah.
The two ridges at the bottom of your pelvis, right? You can essentially just make an upward arc between both of those, and then just hang a dick off of that, and that's where the.
Okay, man, if you're doing hermaphrodites, that's some other is a science to that. Okay,
Oh my God.
I've come to realize that putting penises on a female body is some other shit. It's black
I'm
magic.
just saying that the penis has some.
Are you doing black magic?
Jesus. I'm trying to figure out where the damn thing connects.
Are,
Connector point.
Yeah, no,
not
looks like we have a Fuda artist in our midst.
I hate you guys.
We got one of those.
Trying to figure out where they connect to the body. That's it.
Now if you upgrade to furry, we'll have everything in our group.
I hate you guys. I hate you.
Upgrade to furry.
I don't know enough,
Think of it-
man. I honestly don't know. Like, I go off of the shapes that are key to put together. You know, like they should be together, the shapes. But
Patented bullshit
as
technique.
far as like how those shapes are like proportionate to each other, like that just seems to be like a combination of things like pelvis structure and fat, you know, deposits.
Right.
Because
but it
some
still
have a lot and some have very little fat deposit.
But it absolutely has to begin somewhere. I can make it whatever shape I want. I just need to know where it starts.
if we're talking
Kid,
about
Marcus is
landmarks,
varied so much
that's
that
I can't really
Pelvis
draw on
is-
the stream, so
no, go for it.
I mean, seriously, think of breasts, right? Breasts have a genetic disposition to be somewhere on the chest, right?
yeah.
But on average, they generally start in about the same place. But it's fat, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Dude,
But
I'll
for
get
the
you.
dick,
I'll draw it for you. Don't worry. I got you. I have this figured out. I've drawn enough to know.
Because, like, I mean,
I've done it.
alternatively, if we're talking about the placement of the butthole, that's literally just a freaking crapshoot.
I mean, it's an inch from the vaginal opening.
Sure, right. Where is it from the dick
You
opening?
want to be those hentai artists that give too much spacing and then draw the butthole way up high, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, there's bone there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, most people don't understand the
Everything is
structure of
so
the pelvis
perfect
in the
there.
back.
The image is so beautiful, and then I look, I'm like, you ruined the butthole. What have you done? You've committed the cardinal sin. You must be punished.
As far as like if we were referring to like a standardized standing figure, like where these things are located in terms of like that structure, there is a consistent thing there. So I believe it can be figured out. I just right now cannot do the research.
You cannot. You will
Can
die.
you don't wanna?
I just can't do it while I'm streaming.
You don't
Alright,
want
5
to
minutes.
die.
5 minutes, time me. I gotta go up
Well, maybe I can.
like 10. I gotta go up 10 flights of stairs to deliver something. Hold on.
I forget
Okay.
I'm not using this other screen.
I'll let you know if you are banned worthy. You must be banned. In fact, I'll hover over the report button. I'm joking. Ugh. Huh. I mean, the only way to get better at this rate would literally be to. I mean, the thing is, they have artists there that like have a very simple art style, and they don't go into like a fucking fine arts detail over just pelvic bones. But I feel like if somebody is to do it correctly, they have to draw something, attempt to draw something accurate to life.
Yeah.
Dingo simplification. He has to try to avoid that for this specific instance. This isn't a gestural issue, This is anatomical.
Yeah,
Can't
and
do it.
honestly, like, it's not that it can't be described or figured out. It's that like, it really does matter the bone structure that this person was
Yes.
born with.
It's man,
It just plays
it's so
such a major
daunting.
part.
It's so fucking daunting too. Like, Lego Man literally knows his shit. He can literally replicate a pelvis from any fucking angle, make it any fucking size. And while he's at it, he literally understands it so well he doesn't even need to draw it. He draws a general box for that area, and that works. But, there's definitely foreknowledge. Like, he understands what it looks like to begin with. He probably busted his balls trying to learn it at some point. You cannot simplify everything.
Mm-mm.
You cannot do.
Yeah, the best I could recommend is just to look like for a 3D model or something.
Yes.
Because like it's already difficult enough to get a good like 2D image that gives you plenty of information. You have to look at multiple images at once.
Or,
And even then,
it's
the
another
rule
thing.
is
Even then, if your fundamentals are not up to par, dude, you might as well like not fucking do shit until you master fundamentals. Like, there is form here. If you're not drawing this, if you're drawing this 2D, you're fucked.
yeah.
You have to know for certain that the the pelvis is a bowl in which the way you drew it, or else your coordinates are not accurate. I'm sorry. What was to say? So
It's a difficult thing. I mean, I really do think it sucks that we don't have a better, we don't like. I think it's possible to learn, but yes, it's not super upfront. The information. It's always like these medical diagrams that are more like to teach you like what the names are of those muscles, but not necessarily how
about the muscles.
they're
I mean,
joined together
it's,
specifically.
no, it's all there. Yeah, no, it's all there.
Yeah.
Okay, not to toot my horn or sound cocky. I may have issues and I draw shitty figures sometimes, but I mean, I'm drawing this pelvis without a reference, and it looks fairly anatomically accurate. Like, I remember certain landmarks to leave space. Like, I consider the fact that there's a joint there, you know, like where the ball goes into the pelvis, and I build the room for it, for the pelvis, you know.
Yeah.
You are literally like making a Gundam, I guess you could say, like a robot. You gotta make it mechanically sensible. There's levels to it, you know. Or at least one should strive to make it mechanically capable, not just about, oh, it's about where. I guess you could say, oh, it's art. It's art. Do what the fuck you want, but it's like, if you're studying, you go down to the accuracy. You can. It's maddening a little bit. You know, because there are certain gestures, in fact, for pelvises. You need to know what overlaps, what underlaps. Like the wings of the pelvis, from the front angle would, like the wings would go behind the sacrum. You know, and the sacrum would be in front of the wings. So it's the dimensionality that's also there. Okay. This is not a good pelvis. Okay. I am drawing this pelvis for his figure, and his figure is very, very thick. So, it's a big pelvis for a big girl. I'm also considering the fact that this is a female that has the capacity to make a lot of babies without a C-section, so...
Just die in the past if they didn't have hips? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, man. Women died, man, giving birth.
If you just were a small hip lady, you're pretty much never supposed to have babies.
No. Well, it's not about the hips. It's about the literal pelvis. The hips have nothing to do with pregnancy.
Yeah, but back when you couldn't have C-sections.
Before C-sections? Yeah, it was a dangerous thing.
So small girls are just like, nope.
Yeah, we almost bred them out of existence. Had we avoided the fucking C-section, you would have been surrounded by nothing but thick women, Yano. We would have been set. Some motherfucker ruined it. I'm gonna go back in time and kill him. Would you go back in time and kill Hitler? I'd kill the guy who invented the C-section. That way, they sort of remove themselves from the gene pool. Edgy. God damn it. Well, you didn't know? Yeah, women used to die. That was a big thing.
Like, the best thing I could find, by the way, was just like this image. Because I think a cross section is pretty good, and kind of. This one is very highly detailed too.
Yeah, you want to consider that. I mean, if you want to go into such crazy detail, you would even.
I mean, just obscure like stuff you don't care about, but
even draw the ovaries in the pelvis. Like, fuck it. draw the organs correctly.
Well, I mean, like,
Uh.
if you are going to be that detailed about this character being created, like, the real important thing is you gotta understand there's a bone and there's fat, and there's these like layers to that structure. You know, obviously everything else inside is organs, but like that bone and fat needs to be
None
considered.
of this is labeled. What's that? They don't label the peritoneum. They don't label any of this stuffs. They're supposed to label.
Oh no, there's probably images where it's labeled a little bit more clearly,
Very
but
good.
I just
Very
picked this
grotesque.
one.
Very grotesque.
What are you talking about? The fact that there's no names?
No, the grotesque meaning like it's just straight up, like fucking butcher shit,
Oh yeah, I know. But if you're gonna get into the topic of where's it located, and how does it set up? Well, I don't know how else to put it. Like it's kind of like this.
Here's the thing. So you see with the anus, like there is space, and what these artists do is that they draw that anus all the way up where that bone, where the spine begins, like, all the way up there. Like,
oh, you mean in this image or like in typical?
no, I'm using this image just to draw that example. You know, they have hentais where they draw the butthole
like
way
even
up,
further up, yeah.
up. And it goes into the bone, and there's bone, and then there's space.
Yeah, because there's an inch of distance on this example.
An inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. From the anus to the bone, from
Yeah.
the anus to the vaginal canal, yeah, an inch.
And
About an
the other thing about that gets misunderstood is that there is like a certain angle to it, like how it's
Yeah, when they draw this fucking. I'm assuming that there's definitely room to move around. Pretty sure. Well, since the female would have to pass a baby, believe me, all this shit can move out of the way. There's a lot of muscles holding it in place.
Well, yeah, it's the muscle and fat. They'll stretch, but the bone will not. Like obviously,
No.
it will not just like today I'm just gonna relax. No, doesn't
They
happen.
even show the clitoris. Look, yeah, so that little piece of meat in front of the pubic symphalis.
Yeah.
That little piece of meat is literally the fucking clitoris. So there you go.
I think this is as good of a representation as I could find. Yes, it doesn't have any labels, but I mean, you could just search up a second image that shows all the labels.
It's still hard to look at. Gross.
There could have been much grosser ones.
Oh, I know. Okay. Fucking Christ.
I think the important thing to understand is that, like, what makes them different, what separates one female from another female, and what you use to represent that is, like, there's some different factors at play. I don't know if everybody in the entire world knows, like, at a glance that they're looking at something accurate. But there is like, so like the vagina, like I don't know what you would call it, the vulva, the labia, how do you like to call that?
Okay. Are we talking about the fatty?
The fatty
area?
yeah,
Or are we
the
talking
fatty.
about where the pink?
The fatty.
The vulva. The vulva, I'm pretty sure, is the pink.
Okay, it's the pink. Okay. Well, the labia is like the lips, right? Is it labia or how do you pronounce that word?
The labia.
Labia.
The labia.
Labia. Sounds pretty easy.
Yeah.
That
Hold
is that considered the pink? Like I know that there's like the
Okay,
part where
okay,
it's,
look, I wouldn't even blame you for mixing these two up. I'm not even sure which one is which. The outside and then the pink is like two categorically two different things. So
I didn't want to have to get an image with actual.
now you have to get the image of vagina.
Use your second monitor.
Well, I'm doing the
button
streaming.
on the
I'm doing
switch.
the streaming where it's going to my other screen, so it doesn't matter if I'm on my other computer.
We'll use the screen that is not on that stream.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this is now we're in business.
Yeah. This one's not.
What's that round ligament? I just see like something labeled a round ligament, and I'm like, okay, what's that for?
Wait,
That's just to keep the uterus in its position to
I think so.
to the flesh. It just
Yeah.
holds it in
Talking
place.
about it looks like bacon.
Dude, everything looks like bacon here. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, this is one of those like I had to paint this because there was no digital art yet. Yeah,
That's
but
something. That's actually worth something to consider. I know I've seen some 3D artists do this.
Listen, I was
like,
telling.
But
Listen, I was telling him. Look at the clitoris. See that piece of meat attached to the pubic symphysis
yeah, in
bone?
front of the pubic bone.
Look,
Okay,
in the other
so
one, they have it in a different position too. It's slightly different in terms of positioning.
Yeah,
okay, out of
Look.
all the things that Doxy did get specific with, the spot where the clitoris was very specific.
That's because that vagina begins there. So.
That's okay. So that's one attachment point.
Yeah, and it varies. In this, listen, in the second picture, it's a little bit higher to the bone. In the first picture, it's attached to the bottom corner of the bone, straight up. So
Right, but it is still attached to the bone.
I suppose if you could tug on your dick when it's fucking limp, I'm assuming it's the same fucking deal. Until the clitoris gets hard and it gets a little bit harder to move.
did you follow? You have Doxy's stuff, right? Should I look on your G drive?
You just look at his, what is it, prismblush.com or something like that?
Prison brush. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
God.
His tutorials are actually really easy to find. Now,
I don't know.
okay, so
I
the
feel
whole
like
reason
the image is like a little bit worse for making pretty females. Something about the bone structure is a little bit off compared to the first one.
it could be how much fat's on it.
No, it's also the curvature.
Yeah, there's
Also
a
a bunch of
curvature to keep in mind.
Could be
Interesting.
the bone structure.
Wait, look at the. Guess what? Look at the sacrum. Look at the curve of the sacrum for the first one and the second one. The second one curves inward, and the first one curves a little bit outwards, and then so one of these
Hey,
people have a back.
remind me, sacrum. That's what.
The sacrum is that giant piece of bone in the pelvis. That's not the wings. The one for the back, the one that connects to your spine.
Right.
The
Tailbone?
pelvic bone that connects to your spine. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I
The
got
coccyx.
these.
The coccyx. Or it connects to the coccyx, I should say. But coccyx is like actually a separate piece of bone that breaks off.
Oh,
That's why you see people say, "Oh, I broke my tailbone." That's attached to the sacrum, but they shattered it. Basically, fall on your butt, break your bone, your butt bone.
tailbone. No, it's
That's a scary thought to me. Breaking that bone.
That's kind of a
I
powerful,
Yeah.
broke my ass.
intimate situation.
your ass.
I remember
You should not have been. You should not have been fucking Amazons.
Sharing the flame. I mean, that was
Amazonians.
You say so.
Oh, come on now. You
Yeah,
wanna
that's
talk
an
about
ass
it?
bone.
Our hands almost touched. I looked at you and you lifted your head up slowly, and our eyes met.
Anatomy.
It was intense.
Yeah, I don't know. Why don't we just become doctors?
I mean, to be
Our career
fair,
sucks. Go to doctor. They could be doctors.
if you really go back far enough, I mean, Renaissance. I mean, Leonardo fucking did autopsy.
Leonardo. He's a G. Oh wait, butthole tutorial? Oh great. Oh I've seen these. Yeah, remember when I said Pringles chips? Yeah, I told you about the
Yeah.
butthole. Doing Pringles. Shit.
The shape of it, it's not
Yeah, the
like
Pringles thing.
it's not just some flat or just some line. There's like an actual kind of
He didn't include a few other things about buttholes which need to be included. Like the fact that from the top, from like the front view, or like from a certain, I wouldn't say the front view even, but there's definitely a triangle shape to it. So
Okay,
in terms
so
of
now that's, I'm glad you
some other
mentioned
shit.
that.
Let's go into that some other time. It's one thing at a
I'm glad you mentioned it though, because that was my issue. I had looked at Doxy after I had looked at fucking Rocco's genitalia was a video. Never actually went over genitalia.
Yeah, no, yeah, we can't. You can't do that.
Sure we can.
I mean, look, just
They've got freaking breast massage videos on YouTube. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
right? No kidding. Yeah, everything on YouTube.
It's educational.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fucking drawings. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I wish
Triggered.
Trigger.
stop people from having a learn, man. Come on, that's bullshit. How many doctors make this shit up?
Doctors? I mean,
Yeah, that's a
doctors.
good idea. Let's find a gynecologist. Just ask him for some
Doctors don't need. Like, doctors don't need, like, an active positional awareness in the same sense that we do.
That's concerning.
Not in the same sense.
Again.
Not in the same sense at all.
What do you
No.
mean? Surgeons
Look, man, the woman spreads her legs. It's all there.
That's not how it works at all. Surgeons need a working knowledge of this stuff.
Surgeons? Yeah, surgeons. No, but look, the thing is, you have a relative idea, you cut relatively.
No,
And you look-
that's not how it works.
Then when you look at it, no, you probably would know what veins would feed through what section, you know.
You need to know, otherwise you're cutting
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And all of a sudden your likeness goes numb.
Well then, I guess we need to become surgeons. Christ. Jesus fuck.
I mean, how do you perform
Some of
a
these
vasectomy?
anime artists, they know how to draw like anatomy in grotesque detail.
Yeah, how?
You have to study it. You gotta know. Look,
I'm not about to say, look, I'm definitely...
when people ask Lego Man, "Hey man, how'd you learn to draw them thick women so good?" He literally just gives like Grey's Anatomy type of book and says, "Look, this is what I use." I'm like, "Fucking serious?" Yeah, dude,
Right.
literally just study anatomy. That's it. There's only one way to fucking slay this fuck.
You'll have
Alright.
to come up with your own go
Don't
to
So
rules.
Don't
give me
bullshit.
the reference.
Do what you gotta do, man. Look, okay, remember when we just went over the fact that, okay, so you have the Pringles shape for the butthole. Remember when you said just the Pringle shape for the butthole, and then I said, oh, there's also a triangle factor that goes into it. There's so many pieces you need to digest all of it. You know, you need to correlate all this information and have a holistic understanding. Hello, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. There's a holistic understanding to this. You literally need to digest enough. It's fucking uphill battle type shit.
Alright, but I refuse to believe that there isn't a reference out there that just goes, this is where they connect.
There
to
is,
the pelvis."
there is. You know, man. Imagine this. I'm gonna describe from my perspective what the fuck I think, right? So there's all these references with all these complex muscles going in and out, and I'm too lazy to draw it. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And not only that, as an artist, you need to draw it from different angles. So just imagine this: you'd need a session just connecting the pelvis, the pelvic bone through a muscle to the minor trochanter, and do that from different angles to really understand it. Until you do that, you're going to screw around until you understand. I mean, you know what I mean? You need to simulate the damn tendon if you want it to look accurate. That involves drawing it from different angles and have fun drawing the pelvis in correct perspective multiple times. And then execute the tendon connection correctly. That's the nature of these fucking studies. Fucking brutal.
So it is a tendon.
What's a tendon?
I'll kill you.
What's a tendon? I'll kill you.
Fuck
Fuck.
with me, man.
You're fucking with me. What do you want?
Goddamn page
You want the
number.
vagina length? You want the tendons? What do you want, man?
I just
Order-
want the connector point. I want to know where they connect. You can make it any shape you want. You just need to know the insertions and the.
Well, I need to know what you're getting wrong. So draw a character with a leg spread, and then show me where you think the tendon.
I can't get it wrong because I don't fucking know it in the first place.
Guess. You need to fail. You must fail.
How am I supposed to know if it's a failure?
We're supposed to look at it, so just send it to us.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me.
Okay. Don't worry. I have a couple pictures I've already like drawn. This sort of stuff. I mean, without the tendons, but I'll definitely do an anatomical breakdown of my own figure to get the point across. Hold on. Okay, here. I got something. Okay. As well as I've added a note. Keep in mind, this is just for the rib cage, but you divide the rib cage into thirds, and then the first third from the bottom up is where the slope would begin, sloping inward. So I learned that from a Proco video. Here. I know it's something separate, but geez, I've included it. Here you go, guys. Here's the very lazily drawn pelvis. You see those? You see the tendon crossing from the minor trochanter to the vagina? That one I'm pretty sure connects to the middle of the vagina, like the middle, halfway from the clitoris to the vaginal opening. Halfway you draw that connection going. Here, I'll show you which tendon this one. I think this one is. Let me show you. Because I posted it in anatomy. Give me a sec. Which is a pain in the ass.
Oh, it's a pain in the dick.
There.
Yeah, I remember.
Right. There are other tendons, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the tendons, if you see any other tendinous situations, if it's not that one, the blue tendon that's shown here, then it's a leg tendon that goes from the leg down into the side and over your kneecap or something. The sartorius muscle, I think. Sartorius, I don't know the names. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm just trying to tell you everything that I know so far, and then go from there, because I'm learning with you, so. If anything, fact check. Alright, to get an antacid. Alright.
You know that? I'm giving you an yay.
Huh? No, it's because
you
I've been eating salty chips, that's why. For Christ.
salty chips.
Yeah, the salt. And I'm not drinking much as I should, at least, and that's also not good.
More coffee for me.
What? No coffee for you?
Yeah.
More coffee.
More coffee. You know what my breakfast has been lately? It's fucking Metamucil, coffee, and a banana.
I mean, it's not the worst.
What? Fiber powder, coffee, and a banana?
Yeah, you can do worse.
Try nothing.
I'm trying to be regular.
You trying to be regular?
Yeah.
Regular schmegular?
I desire to poop.
Yeah, so I guess from the front angle, I'm assuming. So look, the point is this: the tendon, unless you're thinking about fat that overlaps everything and just creases everywhere. I'm assuming on skinny females, that tendon would probably be where it stops. The leg stops. That's my assumption. That's to make my life easier. I just say that tendon stops everything. That's where the gap would begin for this character. If this character was skinny as fuck, and she was suddenly lacking all that fat, the fat would recede, and just that tendon would be connecting her bits.
Her bits, huh?
Her bits. Now, if you want a better breakdown, you draw a character with the legs fucking spread wide open. Or better yet, one leg up and one leg out, and see what that does.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Let's see. I already have a pose like that, like I said. I have to find it. I've already finished doing it. Okay, fair enough. I'm just gonna make in red the points that attach. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's a degenerate pose, so you're gonna get a lot of feet. This one, I dedicate. I dedicate. I was gonna say either dedicate this one to you or name the picture. I call this piece of art Yano. There's a lot of problems with this figure. Okay, guys, just whatever. All right. There. That red would be where it connects. Now keep in mind that the legs are open and everything's being a little stretched. And also there's fat in the vagina, so it's not evident here because there's fat, but nonetheless that would go around the middle, connect to, I guess, the muscles of that area. Or actually, no, I have to reconsider that. It connects to the pelvic bone. Okay, I'll draw the pelvic bone just to show you what the thought process is.
I enjoy the foot, but you need to remove it because it's too hard to see.
Nah, the foot's here to stay now. Alright. I'll erase it, sir, so you guys can see it clearly. Vagina is almost a tangential with the foot, so almost. That's why I'm not a fan of this pose. Fair enough. Oh god. Yeah, here I'm drawing. Oh, fuck. Yeah, everything's broken in this image because if you actually try to draw the pelvis from this angle, her body would not be doing that. Yeah, the body's not in the correct angle. The pelvis won't allow the body to make that pose. Or can it? Yeah, see? This is why you need to know what things look like. You cannot just fucking bullshit.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, I don't know how you do it. How you bullshit all the time.
I'm
That
going
was
to
your
bullshit
magic.
my way to victory.
Asshole.
Somebody beat him, dude. Don't actually do that.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Go on drawing the pelvis. This is wrong. This is all wrong. This is all so very, very wrong. I'm guessing this is what the bones do. I might be completely wrong. Hold on. I also have to remind myself of the exact shape of the trochanter.
I'm gonna export this just for basic something or other and be back. It's on. Right back.
Very sloppily drawn pelvis I did.
That sounds nasty.
Very bad pelvis. Oh, it looks bad too. It's not good.
Sloppy pelvis. Oh my goodness.
Stop. Pelvic slop.
That sounds so dirty.
I have no idea what you're imagining.
A sloppy pelvis, you idiot. A sloppy pelvis.
It's shittily drawn pelvis.
No.
Oh.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I don't want to think. It's good that my brain is filtering this. I can't imagine. Or am I going to?
You will. You will.
not entirely wrong.
It's not entirely right. What?
Yeah, that too.
So I posted mine.
There you go. I haven't looked. I haven't even looked yet.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not, because I'm busy drawing your anatomical representation here.
I'm gonna need some highly rendered details of these for backup.
Let's make a backup of this one.
I wish you different color.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. Just take it. Just take it. Take.
You just take it. What do you mean?
This is for you. Take.
No, you take it.
Nah, you take it.
You take it.
But you're taking it.
I don't take it. You take it.
You're already taking.
No. I refuse. God, I hope there's ketchup in
Didn't-
that bag.
It doesn't attach to the center, but it attaches to the bone because the center is it's cartilage. The pubic symphalis is made of cartilage, and I'm pretty sure it would make very little sense for nature to connect that tendon to cartilage. That's cartilage is supposed to be flexible. Tendons don't go there. So, probably the bone. What specific portion of that bone? I guess that would be the next question to ask. Is it on the tip? Is it, I don't know. I just know it definitely originates from the minor trochanter. So there you go.
I think this is one of those that I actually would pay a tutorial if it told me exactly what it wanted.
I'm gonna go over your drawings. I shall see. God, where are the hips? God damn it. Draw the hips.
No,
Yes.
skinny girls. They're skinny girls.
No, those aren't skinny. Those those are boys.
Such a troll.
I'll fix that. Let's stick in this. There's step one on correcting this anatomy. Well, sir, thick.
No,
Step one, thick.
not all the time.
Thickness corrects everything.
Doesn't. Not if
Oh,
you're
yes.
doing. Not if you got pony girls.
It's okay. They could be thick too. Plenty of room for thick.
Nope. No way.
Dude, you still gotta give him a hip. Like on the first example, no hips. Her hips can't lie because they don't exist. God, oof.
I don't even
Hey,
know.
this is an anatomical.
Just come up
Sick
with
burn,
ideas.
I don't give a shit about hips in this example.
Dude, it's important. You need to know where the hips are. You're connecting that specific tendon. Hips must be recognized. Better recognize them hips, boy. Yeah, man. There's no use in talking about this if you don't recognize the hip. You gotta
Why
do
are
it.
you're connecting the hips to the vagina?
Yes, they're connected through a tendon, and that's the tendon you're asking about.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
That tendon attaches to something. It attaches to the minor trochanter, man. Pretty sure. Here, I'll prove that basis. I mean,
Show me your references.
Yeah, show me the references. still. Where's the paper
Alright.
research?
Where's your reference?
I've done it. I've memorized it. I'm telling you.
No. Give me the damn research.
Check my damn Pinterest. It's on the anatomy. Damn it.
I tried Pinch. Show me anything, because it was being a
Okay. Hold on.
Hold on.
You hold on.
I'll be right back. I gotta deliver this food. Be right back.
Okay. You know. Fucking Christ. When will he learn? Hips.
They do not lie.
Hip. They can't lie. They don't exist. Fuck. There is no spoon.
Keep working at it.
See, what I should learn is what exactly is the orientation of the trochanter under, you know, when the leg is moving. You know, if she's like sitting, or if she has her leg up, or is twisting, bending the leg, rotating it out in a weird way. What's the orientation of that? That rectangular mass, I guess you could say. The greater trochanter, referring to that. That's important to know. Assuming it's Malcolm. Kim Jong-gi doesn't need a reference. Come on, guys, stop being pussies. You must go the way of the gi. If you ref, you lose. Only losers reference. Winners are like Kim Jong-gi. He is the only winner. There are no other winners. Skinny girls, huh? Okay, having some technical difficulties. You know, it's weird because the pelvis gives the, like in front view, it gives the appearance that the holes are straight up, you know, just like flat, but the pelvis goes back. It's a triangular shape in the front. And that was like one of the big hurdles for like me as a beginner to understand the pelvis is a damn, you know, like a bucket, I guess you could say. Things need to recede into space. Don't be degenerate, huh? Don't you? So what exactly does he need a reference for? The tendons connecting?
I don't know.
Come on, guys, you don't know what references.
Check your references.
Check your privilege. No. I guess that's important because, like, to know the orientation of that pelvis, because, like, I just realized from this angle that he gave, the vagina would protrude outwards, or at least if you want to make a nice plump one, would be a good time to make that protrude. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, well, it's about to post the first example.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to make that line red where the tendon goes. Now, the tendon obviously isn't just a line, it's a muscle and shit, for all I know. But get that the other, like the dimensions aren't super accurate, but in any case, the pelvis probably needs to be tilted further downward. My bad, I drew the bones a little too high up here, based on where the clitoris and all that shit. But rest assured, that does connect to the bones where I specified before.
Where are those references?
No,
How
there
can
are
I
no
rest
fucking
assured?
references. Sorry, I'm just too badass for references. No refs. No refs for you.
Damn it.
Yeah, none. You don't get shit. I'm actually about to let me delete that one. Post. I actually made a boo boo.
So much to learn.
Okay. Holy shit, today is busy. And it's hot as balls.
X gonna give it to you.
You gonna
Hold on.
give it to you?
Don't give it to you.
Alright, so what you drew and what I'm understanding now.
I will show you again. Wait.
You. That.
You're gonna get. You're
Yeah.
gonna get. Ah.
Yeah.
Here.
So the picture you just drew.
The red lines connect to the bone part, not the center symphalis part. You just recognize one thing. You have the two wings of the pelvis. Right in the middle where those two wings connect is the symphalis. That's the cartilage. No tendons connect there, except the clitoris. for your artistic, as far as your artistic knowledge is concerned, that's all you need to know. But the red connects somewhere to the part of the pelvis with the hole.
Okay, so the adductors connect to the trochanter.
Yes.
More or
I'm
less.
assuming. I'm
That's the
assuming
thing.
all this. I'm still assuming all this, dude. I'm honestly assuming all this. I've seen a reference, and so far this has helped me get by. And I may not even be going off of proper anatomical knowledge. I'm just going off of landmarks.
Don't worry. Look. Hey, look. All right. Look, I got an anatomical reference in front of me here. Okay. And I'm not worried about that because.
See to it that tendon from the minor trochanter connects to the pelvis correctly. See that I'm right or wrong. Tell me.
Correct. You're correct that the adductors connect to the femur. Okay, that's fine. And then there's another one, a big stringy one that shapes the inner thigh a little bit.
There's like 5 of them, or like 4 of them. It's fucked. Hold on. Okay, you know what? Fine.
Well,
I'm gonna do an anatomical.
So that's the gracilis, right? That's the strap.
I don't know the names of that. I'm not that. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not that.
But those shape the leg.
Okay, you're naming these muscles. I don't have a picture in front of me to know exactly which tendon. I don't even know what the name of that tendon is. I
So
don't know
you
the
got
name.
the that make the triangle that is from the crotch to the femur. Then you got the big stringy bit that goes from the crotch to the knees on the innermost thigh, all the way down to the knee.
If you are looking at a diagram, would it kill you to send a copy?
Yes.
Then don't send it. I'm clueless.
I'm driving right now. That's.
all right. Look, don't fuss about it. I'm already on Pinterest looking for such a diagram.
Hold on. I can take a picture. Hold on. I'm gonna try and isolate those muscles first.
No. Pull your pants up.
Huh?
I said pull your pants up.
You should I do it all? It's the most genuine of references.
No. I don't think me or Yano would like to see that, or I don't know about Yano, but I'm pretty sure both of us.
Show me your references.
Yano, what are you doing?
I have a story. I totally have a story for you guys after this next delivery.
Alright.
What the fuck? How the fuck you gonna put that stop sign in the goddamn... You pieces of shit. Swear to God.
I don't even know what to look up. I guess tendons, pelvis. I don't know what connects to the pelvis.
Tomato.
I wrote pelvis. Tendons of the pelvis. Yeah, the pelvis.
Peeves?
I don't know. I don't know. That's funny. The pelvis. That's interesting. I'm looking at a. Sorry, I'm just looking at gluteus medius muscle. That's interesting. Yeah, see, this one's hard to find. I haven't seen a reference like this, where it isolates the medius specifically. This is good to know. I should remember this. Check this out. This is what gives you that This is what fills out that area between the damn bones. The medius. That, I guess that tendon right there is what's giving it the shape. Right there. Because that's literally like a scaffolding, man.
You know that?
Yeah, man. What's that? Iliopsis bursa. That's interesting. So now I know exactly what connects. That's a weird. I want to see a 3D view of this. Can't.
Oh, that one? Here, I'll give you a 3D view of
This is
it
just
real
an
quick.
interesting. You see the iliopsoas bursa? That's some interesting shit.
Haha, lucky for you, I learned that shit last.
Okay, well.
Hold on, here we go.
I'm looking at a bunch of pictures at this point. I'm not even looking for the specific thing I'm supposed to.
I'm using my super duper $10 phone app
Aha.
real quick.
There you go, buddy. Nah,
Oh,
I don't need you. I
No,
don't need
no.
you.
No,
I've
no, no,
struggled this
here
far.
you
I've
go.
made it so.
No,
I've
no,
made
no,
it so
no, no.
far.
It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter.
No.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at
You
those connections.
You take it. Here you go. See,
That
look at
one.
my picture.
That one.
No. You look at my one.
So, anyways, the piece of meat up front in my picture is the one we're looking for. So.
No, not what I was looking for. That's for sure.
You need to know them all. You need to know all those muscles there. What's this? What's the side view?
Alright, so the top is a side view, and that top muscle that's connecting to the hips, that's your gluteus medius.
Medius. Mucho gracias. There we go.
Okay? And then the next two pictures are the tendon, or was it the muscle groups that I was trying to talk about.
Download these. So, I don't know. You literally have a program in which you can disable and enable different muscles. Why
Which
can't you
tells
find
me
it?
the
No,
shape
it
of the
doesn't.
leg.
Doesn't show skin,
But-
which is the problem.
I need the shape of the vagina.
He needs the actual skin, and it
What's
doesn't
that long
include that.
ass tendon? I can't tell. Is this a side view? Now I'm fucking confused. Now I'm
Okay.
fucking confused. Yeah, your app is hurting you. It's hurting you. I can tell. It's hurting me. It must hurt you. We're made of flesh and blood, aren't we?
No. Here, I'll just
I'm an
do the.
artificial organism. I'm the Terminator. I don't feel pain.
I'm taking two more photos, and they're gonna be perfect for filling out everything. Because those
Fuck.
were isolated ones. So here is
you
no
found it in other
isolation.
people.
These are just all together.
In other words, it exists in us
Okay.
as human beings. Love. And beauty.
There you go. I'm even gonna
Okay,
go
Here's our just so look, as long as that muscle that I've shown, the one that I care to connect from the minor trochanter, that goes to the middle of the vagina. Okay. The one that's a long way, the one that goes all the way down, that's some other shit. In any case,
I don't know who I am.
at least you'll know where the leg stops and the vagina begins. It's not just from the front. So I guess
which is perfectly fine.
the front muscle. I haven't, dude. By the way, that's my anatomical gap. I actually have not studied like all the muscles of the leg. I can't be fucked to learn all the muscles of the leg, dude. It's too
I
many
know, it's
fucking
pain.
muscles. It's like it's the equivalent of learning all the muscles of the fucking wrist. I can't. Fuck. I mean, I just know that there's some muscles wrapping around the knee bone, and I'm like, that's about what's happening there. You know, I guess. I just know where there's a lot of mass. You know, and where there might be a gap. You know, where muscles can squish. You know, and stretch. And I know the leg, the femur bows a little bit. It has a bit of a rhythm to it. and then I say, well, that's where the meat is, and that depends on how thick I'm making that female.
I guess where you're coming from with that, but
I need to know.
No.
I'm making excuses.
yeah. No.
Going to, so this is where I was trying to berate you a little bit, was because I studied these muscle groups yesterday. It's fresh in my mind. Right? So, like, I get
This
these
is what
muscle
happens to people who rely on references. Look at this. This is what you'll become if you study references and not bullshit properly. Got scoliosis.
Please explain.
I don't know. I just saw this scoliosis picture and I'm just like, this is funny, but this is also an actual person suffering with this.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
Is it just the rib cage is caved in?
No, that's the fucking spine, man.
Oh, the spine's at a twist. Okay.
Spine holds the ribs too. It's not just the cartilage.
Oh.
So, yeah. In fact, I'm actually kind of confused. I don't really know what's going on bone-wise.
Her body's collapsed.
Fucking the truck has collided with her.
She's trying to do some anime poses too long.
Yeah, so the story of this person's life. Went to a figure drawing class full of weeaboos. Exited like this. never. Things were never the same again.
Okay, so let's see.
There's something interesting. Maybe this will give us a better idea of what happened to her. I guess the thoracic spine and the lumbar spine. There's plenty of places there to fuck up, I guess you could say. So, yeah.
That makes sense. It's like a rhythm.
Yeah. So I guess she's kind of fucked in her upper
mobility
thoracic spine, or her lower thoracic spine, I should say, in the upper lumbar. Where it looks like she.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like where she had the scoliosis. Okay. Anyways, so. I don't even know what muscle I'm looking for at this point. If it's not that muscle, then I guess it's one of those really long muscles that just go in somewhere.
Okay, I made 3 muscle groups just for study's sake on top of the anatomical thing I'm trying to convey my problem to, of which it may be that you have a problem as well, which is fine. Don't worry about it. Here. You here.
Now you here.
You here. Look. Hey, look. Hey. Look.
You here.
Alright. So, from the study I had, basically there's 3 of them. Adductors, which is that triangular shape that goes from the crotch to the fucking... in some fashion. Whatever. You got the sartoric, which is from the... what's it called? Fucking... there's a word for it. The hips. It goes from the crest, the point of the hip down to the side of the knee, across.
What's the name of that muscle? The sartorius.
Red.
Okay, no. Okay, I was making sure. I thought the sartorius was the green for a moment. Okay, no, you're right. So far, so good.
So adductor is green, sartorius is red, gracilis is one that shapes the inner thigh the most, in that it simply is the outer limit.
You gotta understand that the legs have a curvature to them, and there's some tucking in. There's some tucking in that happens when you draw the figure. That's why you need to know that tendon I'm pointing out, or else you won't shape the thigh correctly, or like the leg, I should say. The leg.
Which tendon are you talking about?
Okay. Hold on. I'm talking about. I don't know what the name of my tendon is. The tendon I'm always. The one that connects to the middle of the vagus. The middle. The one that I have marked in red in that one picture I posted. The one with the yellow floor. The one with the character. Their legs up.
Hold on.
Yeah, because the legs don't attach like square blocks in that area. It kind of creates a triangle shape. You know what I mean? So there's a situation in which it's not. Dude. It's a weird shape down there. Okay, you gotta understand why things are shaped the way they are.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
He's talking about that area that Doxy explained that connects to the box.
Yeah, I'll share
Those
it again.
muscles that connect to the box.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That would be.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the adductors and the gracilis.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it
Is
makes
that what
sense.
you said? Okay, can I? You posted his tutorial, right? Let me see what you.
Yeah,
It
just look at it.
depends.
He colored it.
Where
It
is it?
totally depends. Oh shit, this is like an hour. I need to hold on. Give me a second. I'll
Okay.
come back and argue with you. Or hold on.
Do your thing. Do your thing. All right, I'm gonna check the fucking pussy box. Fucking damn it. I'm wrong this whole fucking time. I swear to fucking. No, it is fucking not. It is not the fucking. Is
Where's
it?
that one tutorial that I had? I
Okay,
thought I
man.
shared this. This one artist did the best job explaining it.
Do me a favor. Are you viewing the pussy box?
Yes.
View that one, and then go to the bottom example with the check mark.
Yes.
You mean to tell me that crease on the coming from the vagina out into the, or you see where the bottom of the leg mask begins?
Yeah.
When it creates the butt cheek?
Yeah.
You don't mean to tell me that's the fucking gracilis, because that's the one that goes to the origin point that goes to the.
I believe he's saying that's the gracilis. Yes.
So the gracilis is way back down there?
That it stretches that far down. I mean, based on
Or is it
his
in the front?
3D
Because that's the
model.
problem with front views. That's the problem with front views. I can't tell if
Yeah,
it's in the back. Or
I think
no
he's.
dimension.
I think that muscle. Yes, that's the muscle that meets with the gluteus maximus. It like
So
tucks
then I need to
under.
know the gluteus maximus where it connects.
It tucks.
Okay.
It tucks under the gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus is definitely
Okay.
above.
I have to go and study gracilis. Now look at that. Look at that. That's strange. So look at that. The example with the blue vagina model.
As good as this like tutorial was, I had found a better one that went into way more specific coloring shapes to define them. So I'm gonna go look for that one because I thought it was always the best.
That is the gracilis. Damn it, Croco. I guess technically my landmarkings. Here's what I've figured out. My landmarks are correct. I'm just using a shitty muscle to find my landmarks. That's what I've realized. I'm just using a shitty muscle to find my landmark.
We should always use references.
Because that muscle that I'm referring to, that muscle's way in the thigh. It's not dictating the shape outside. You know, I guess I was confusing it potentially for the gracilis. All right. Fair enough. I need to know the legs of the muscles. I've stalled long enough. I should probably digest legs. Go through an effort. Such a pain in the dick. Okay, yeah, okay, so it's not entirely useless for me to know because it's like it defines the shape of the front of the body, like the space in between the space under the pelvis on the leg in between the femur. There's like a space there, and muscle needs to fill it out. And the tendons, for the most part, play they're usually like a hard surface in that area. So I guess it's not bad to know where the tendons are.
Right.
I wish they'd labeled. I mean, I see this picture of like the surgical kind of picture where it looks like the person's about to make an incision, and I'm mad that they didn't label those damn muscles.
No, I know. Don't worry about that reference. The one I provided at the beginning. It's good at like a sort of medical understanding, but it's not good for a like topology understanding. Because there's ratios to the shapes that need to be understood. Like kind of, direction that it's shooting.
I see the gracilis. Okay, now this picture I found just now is Very good. I might be reposting it.
Yeah, go ahead and share the one you got. I'm looking for the one that I know is really useful.
This one's where it's at, dude.
There's also some really good ones that I had always saved, and we should probably share it in this discussion.
The Gracilis is important because the Satorus kind of overlaps the Gracilis, and the Gracilis actually gives the shape for that like knee area as well, which is important. I can't avoid the Gracilis. It's a major tendon. I've been avoiding it.
It's a major tendon. It defines the inner leg.
Okay.
It's that you don't always know it's there very well because there's a fat deposit that's covering it.
This is very good for me. This is really, really good because I've noted exactly where the Gracilis attaches on the pelvis in this image I just sent, and I'll pretty much remember that. It attaches on the very bottom portion of the symphalis, on the side where the bone is.
Yeah.
And I'll just simplify. I'll use that blue vagina picture.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Man, I must have really saved it a long time ago. I gotta just keep scrolling down.
Mission complete, boss.
Let me see which one you referenced. I mean, that's nice and all, but I'll find you something good.
Yeah, okay.
Pinterest is good at one thing, it's getting good references. Like for human anatomy. So everywhere else sucks.
Because artists pretty much are the guys mostly posting, so, you know.
Yeah, and they simplify the shapes, so it makes it easier to understand what you're looking at.
Yeah.
This artist did a good job, but that's not gonna fully help. Did I lose it? Did they take it down? Scroll back up a bit. I'll show you a couple of examples that are worth looking at and contemplating on. So let me just go ahead and
I'm back. Okay.
Now, you're right about the Gracilis situation. I was referencing a useless tendon the whole time. I mean, it's a useful tendon because it does attach to that spot. I'm better off just recognizing the Gracilis instead of that spot. I fixated on that tendon for some reason.
Not exactly the reference I was looking for, but that's something to think about.
Sartorius grab.
The thing is, the gracious muscle, the one that you're referring to, attaches to pretty much the same origin point
it does,
as the muscle I was referring to.
That is where a lot of, like,
it's the same origin point, dude.
Everything from the front to the inner thigh, more or less, is in that same area. And then when you get to the back, the hamstrings, the semitendinosus and biceps femoris. We'll just say hamstrings. I don't know. The back muscles, the back of the fucking leg, they both connect basically at the same place as well, but they connect towards the longest point of the pelvic. What do you call it? The handle. Yeah.
Oh, this looks pretty
I'm still just trying to look in.
I'm hoping my references aren't utter trash.
I have not studied the leg. It is simple as that. As much as I should have.
Trust me, this is where the struggle is. This is why I'm struggling with it. Because I have not.
Yeah.
It's killing me now. So basically, what I was saying is that the back legs, there's two major muscles, and they both connect in that same area as well. So that's where the connection can be with that, since they all basically.
There has to be a digestible way for this, man. I'm pretty much.
You can either learn it in cross sections, so you understand where the width is, like, because there's a very distinctive cut to the leg and the shape of that cut.
Yeah.
It's
like right above the knees. Procco says it's the shape of toast.
Yeah. It's surprising, like the shapes that you'll find on the leg if you were to cut it up. Like this part of the leg, this part of the thigh is this shape.
Doesn't tell me where the vagina is.
No, but at least you'll work your way up.
Well, look, okay. I don't know. Again, I don't feel like that tendon I picked out was a useless one, though.
My references any helpful?
None of them. Wait, I've seen these.
Look, at least it helped you understand what orientation the vagina would be in a given angle, you know? Maybe.
So this is where
if you consider that.
If I come back to my original.
I don't know.
Where did I post those?
I'm looking for a really good one. I remember explaining this, but just can't fucking find it in here.
That's kind of, yeah. Did I just message you directly? I think I just messaged you directly. Nope, no I did not. Where the fuck did it go?
Mi hijo, what is this?
Okay. Okay, to know the where the vagina is, the orientation of it, is that what you're asking about? Then is that what you want to know?
I don't think so much that.
Because if that is the case, then it's the pelvis. It's a pelvis problem, then a muscle problem.
I'm gonna make one more. I'm gonna do the same picture I did
It
before.
pretty much helps me understand. It pretty much hooks under that bone, the muscle. That's where they attach. They hook under that. And I already know the shape of the pelvis, so I mean this kind of answers it. Just to simplify and just know that's the meaty blocking. It's not a problem.
I'm gonna do one more thing just to try and convey. So let's see. So if that is the clitoris, and it's somewhat long, and we're going based on what I remember.
Okay, that's where everything goes wrong.
Go ahead and set
Right
that
there.
aside. I need that.
Fortunately,
It's
this is based on
long.
memory. I remember finding a reference, it was helpful, and then I just couldn't find it ever again, and it's driving me insane.
Yeah, I remember this one artist that did a really good job explaining. Oh, I have different subsections in here? No wonder. It's probably in here.
What are you sending?
I saved subsections and I forgot about that. Let me see if it's in here.
So I'm going to do an interesting thing where I'm going to more or less help map it. See if that helps at all.
There's really no excuse to shut up, fuck up an enemy if you got all this reference.
Maybe try using a different approach. If you're going about it like in a gestural way, avoid it. There's subtle nuances to the curvatures of all the different areas there. You know, depending even if the leg is spread or not.
Maybe I
You know,
saved this
gesturing that shit
somewhere
is
else.
it's good for getting the idea down. It's not good for anything further, which is what you're trying to do,
I
right?
need
Take
to
it
look
further.
at my one other.
I'm going to take.
Avoid gestures,
I
Bob.
know this isn't gesture whatsoever. Okay.
I
so,
better see some fun art if it's not gesture.
No. Alright. So the pink is what I added. Okay? And
Whoa,
if
what is
you
all this mean?
added the pink. So pretty much the bottom one is what you would consider basically the vagina, but the connection points being the asshole and the fucking pelvis. And from what I remember, that flesh starts below the pelvic floor, like right on the rim, and then sort of like a jock strap, just fucking flosses
I'm
pelvis.
so confused. Hold on, let me see. The pelvis is curving the wrong way, I think. In your like the flat cross section. Yeah, if the X is the butthole, the pelvis curves inward, not outward. How does this how does this go? Is it like
It's upside down.
He's right. It's shaped like that. And the rest
Wait,
is
which-
fat in front of the vagina.
I couldn't tell which orientation this is.
Down is front, up is back.
Oh, I'm fucking lost. Yeah, you fucked me.
I pelt mapped it like a UV map.
Yeah, Yeah.
UV mapped it.
I UV mapped it.
You flattened it to 2D representation.
Right. Okay, then I just have to imagine it attached and then flipped over.
Yep, and where it folds.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
So like,
Okay.
so
Alright.
I understand what the shape of the vagina is from just reference, but I don't 100% know where it starts.
Yeah.
Because the butt.
Where it starts on the leg?
No, on the stomach.
Oh.
On the stomach? That's some other
Not
shit.
on
Okay.
the-
That is
Not
some
on
other
the
shit.
I got
stomach,
you
know,
covered.
in that-
Yeah. So where the fat, like, where the fat ends and the vagina begins.
You want to simplify it? Draw pubic hair, and if you placed it wrong and it looks weird, you did it wrong. There you
It
go.
really does
Something-
depend on camera focus too. Like, if you were looking at like flat perspective and when there is perspective, like how you're viewing it. Because it does have a curvature to it. But
Yeah.
at certain perspectives, you can't see it.
Which is where the pussy box comes in, and
Right.
that helps simplify the shape.
It does.
But what it doesn't do is tell me where should begin in relation.
In relation, it begins where the symphalis ends. Like, okay, the box is like this. You have the symphalis. Once you recognize the position of that, the clitoris goes a little bit forward. And imagine that meat from the clitoris going out from the fucking symphalis. Box that. Basically, separate from the pelvis. Just a box in front of the symphalis or wherever the clit goes out. And begin the box there. Ugh. This is complex. This is very complex. Here, I'm just gonna draw fucking clitoris penises on all your figures. Just so I can fucking show you.
Didn't Doxy explain the hip? He explained it enough to. Never mind. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, because when he does the box, he gives a generic area, right? And when he does adductor muscles, he says, I read it, it's in there. He says, yeah, they attach up there somewhere.
Isn't the best. It's not. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's not like the end all be all. It helps though. It's helped me.
He's like, yeah, it attaches somewhere up there under the vagina. That's
Somewhere
the
up
part
there.
and I'm like,
Yeah, he makes
okay.
such good porn. What
so I'm
gives?
like, okay, it overlaps those adductor muscles.
Hey man.
So then that means that I need to know where.
Hey man. He would be out of a business if he told you everything.
All I know is that you're gonna have to figure it out independent of different ratios of body types, right? Because it's going to be like consistent in terms of. Huh?
Gatekeep vaginas now? Is that what's happening?
Oh, is that what's happening? No.
What?
Fucking doxy.
Doxy gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping the goddamn vagina? Is that what's happening?
Cock blocking.
I mean, if it helps you, just imagine that the clitoris is also a donk. Then just go with that. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna send this. Here, look.
I almost guarantee you
donk.
there's.
Look at the fuda. Look at the fuda. Look at it. I mean, that's how you would draw a fuda. Fundamentally, you just say. I mean, although you need more space for the urethra for sure. Okay.
I guess.
You would no, it would be further down because you need the fucking tube, the urination fucking tube. The urethra has to come out of somewhere. But I guess if we're making anatomically accurate food signs, I'm not drawing food anytime soon.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
Whoops, my hand slipped. There's a food.
How did that happen?
How did that dong just grow out of that female? It was an accident.
I meant to draw a clip. What happened here?
What happened here? maybe you should draw some fudas, man. You get the hang of it.
Alright, hold on. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Now it's come to this.
What the fuck? What does it come to?
Now we gotta look at dicks.
Dicks?
Unfortunately, my point, it can't, big old peen on it.
Very large clits.
Alright, so this picture
There
actually
aren't rules
is...
for drawing fudas. I'm just saying. There likely isn't any rules. Just
Oh god, finally.
Nope, there's rules. Okay, so, you see how the pelvic floor, the bone, right? And all that
Teach me
tubing
about
and
your fudas. Teach me.
all the fucking flesh and everything, right? It hangs off of that point.
Mm-hmm. I haven't checked. Hold on, give me a second. Fuck, I'm gonna open it right now. I'll see. Alright, dick time. Alright, what about the dick?
Okay, so you see how it's hanging off of the pelvic floor?
Yeah, the urethra goes under the pelvis. It's not over. There needs to be room.
Right. Sort of like the clit.
It fundamentally is in the same place.
Yes. And then it straps underneath and in between your legs.
I mean, it makes sense because fundamentally, well, I'd say the difference that the pelvis gets different for the males and females, but technically, people who have you know, like the weird gender situation where they have like a deformed genital, fundamentally, like the clitoris and the penis are like
Just
the same shit, except the penis has a urethra.
Alright, so if we're assume that they're
Your
attached
face
in
has
the
a
same
urethra.
place,
I mean, yeah, it's fair, but I'd say the penises might be in a different location. Like it might be more anatomically viable than a clitoris with a urethra. You know what I mean? So it would have to account for the dick space. You know what I mean?
right, so it's lower.
It has to be lower.
Mm-hmm.
It is lower.
According to my calculations on dick science.
But it connects to the same point right underneath your abdomen.
Yes, yeah, it would.
It should, right? It should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Now, if I could just find a freaking diagram that told me that, so I could be like, okay, thank you, confirmation. That's all I
It
wanted.
simply is the case. Let's assume it. It simply is the case. Because look, man, like I said, when people with gender deformities, like they have dicks with their clits, you know what I mean, type of shit. Like fudas didn't originate from nowhere, from nothing, you know. So.
I don't understand.
Thanks for doubt.
You get a girlfriend, and she ends up from a clitoris to a whole fully grown dick in an instant.
Stando changeo.
That's where that mushroom growth went. Isn't there more of this artist? That's fucking stupid.
Grr.
I'm gonna show you something very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like. I mean, I should probably refer to a pelvis reference, but
It makes me mad.
okay, actually, I would really benefit from it at this stage, but because I know the perspective is off. So, yeah, keep in mind that there are like, for me, like I think I've discussed this before, but there are 3 points on the pelvis. There's the one for the large wing section, the one in between the symphalis, and you see that bump that I keep emphasizing.